We're the first to confirm that the coroner is heading to the scene, so that means the accident here behind me has potentially become fatal. I'm going to step out so you can see exactly the scene here behind me. This is all that remains of the mobile home for the family. Millions of Americans will be feeling the effects of the National Defense Authorization Act for the lethal injection of the stocking strangler. We have team coverage of the first execution set in the state of Georgia. And it's all going on to the different people traveling in this area. And I want to show you the tree here just behind me. It's slanting. That gives you an idea of just how bad the winds are. Jason, police are searching for this man, Dwayne Marquis Jones. Sheriff Heath Taylor tells me this started as a road rage incident. He said that he always knew December 12th was going to be a monumental day. Thousands of contestants hoping to be the next American Idol, following their dreams, bringing them here to Savannah, Georgia. But for one West Georgia native, Andrew Weaver, he's hoping for stardom at the age of 15. The holiday travel frenzy is underway. Tens of millions of Americans are heading out of town. We're going to turn now to some breaking news. Columbus police are on the scene of a shooting that occurred at the Elizabeth Canty apartments. Marla Spence is live on the scene. Auburn quarterback Shaun White arrested last night for public intoxication. Paul Stockman is on standby to bring us the history of his career at Auburn. So here's what you all are saying on Facebook. One WTVM viewer says crime is all over the place. No matter what side of the town you live in, put the guns down. I spoke with a Phoenix City mother who tells me she had decided weeks ago she would no longer be sending her daughter here to another Great Beginnings daycare. But she says on her daughter's last day of daycare, the unthinkable happened.
She said she was bit several times up and down both legs.
Crystal Perret says she was at work when she got the call from a teacher at her daughter's daycare, another Great Beginnings.
The thing she said was, "Crystal, I'm so sorry. I turned my head for 1 second and Trinity was attacked."
Brett says she immediately drove to the daycare center to pick her daughter Trinity up and called the owner asking for photos of Trinity's condition. Once Brett arrived at the center, she says the owner of the daycare, Tina Mashburn, asked her repeatedly not to contact the Georgia Department of Early Care and Learning about the incident.
That's like all she was concerned about when I walked in the door. So any mom, that would be a red flag.
Perret says Mashburn eventually showed her the surveillance video of the classroom where the alleged biting attack happened.
2 kids playing in between 2 cribs. You couldn't really see what was going on.
Perret says Mashburn pointed out the teachers were not paying any attention to Trinity or Trinity's alleged attacker.
Just sitting there having a full-blown conversation while my daughter was over there being attacked.
Perret says she counted over 6 bite marks across Trinity's body. Emily Flowers, a former teacher and parent of a child enrolled at another Great Beginnings daycare, says these types of incidents happen frequently and often go unreported at the facility.
Specific cases that, children should have been kicked out, but if you're good friends with management, you get away with whatever.
In 2015, another Great Beginnings running into accusations of child abuse at the daycare. According to Columbus police, 43-year-old Rose White, a teacher at the time, was arrested and charged with first-degree cruelty to children after an incident involving injuries to a child at the center. Flowers says her son was in White's class before White was arrested.
So that's why my children are gone now, because this really made me realize that if something happened to my children, would it get swept under the rug?
It's not fair. See all the other children there that are going through this with the teachers not caring.
And I spoke with the owner of another Great Beginnings daycare, Tina Mashburn, and she tells me, quote, "We're handling the situation and doing everything we can to make sure it doesn't happen again."